Well, hello friends, here we are. Going to add another video. It's been a while. Summer's here, so it's motorcycle riding season, which I'm glad to be there. So I was thinking about AI technology and all that, and we read a lot about it and the elimination of jobs and everything. And I view it a little bit differently just because when I was in college, the PC world was coming along, and PC was supposed to eliminate all these jobs, accounting, accountants, everything like that wouldn't have a job because the PC, personal computer, was kind of software designed to be more efficient, more accurate, and a simple business owner or user could figure out how to set everything up. So AI is really interesting. I was talking to a programmer, and he was saying that, when you, instead of writing code and having to put it all together and everything like that, what you do is you pretty much tell the computer to program, and this is what I want it to do. And, I want to be able to input, let's say it has something to do with baseball. Hey, I want to be able to grab the previous night's scores, weigh the strength of schedule, then I want a predictor on their next game against another opponent, which you're obviously using the program. It's got a database that keeps using prior data to make judgment for you. But the beauty is you don't have to be a programmer necessarily. You tell the computer, here's what I want to do, and it will write the code for you. And then obviously you need to tweak it a little bit and, to make sure it's working and everything like that. So that's just kind of an example of it. Now we talk about data centers. Now I've seen some stuff on data centers, and it's kind of interesting because I look at data centers as like the old school mainframe computer parts of things, and it was this behemoth of a computer that pretty much ran like a server but was very expensive, and you needed to be able to communicate with it and get the data out of it. Well, then what happened? We had the internet come along, and you didn't really need mainframe computers anymore to be sending and processing various not simulations or whatever, but it would send the input, process it, send it back, and all that through the mainframe. Well, the PC and the internet changed all that. Data centers might be that same way, because I saw this guy and he goes, hey, you go in and you download this AI program. You don't have to be connected on the internet. So now, with the power of each computer, you can tell it what to do, and you're not connected. They're not getting any data. And the thought is, hey, these data centers may not be as big of a deal as we're making them out to be. But we shall see. We don't know. My prediction with AI is, yeah, it's probably going to take over some jobs. But at the same time, just like I said, the PC came along. It really didn't eliminate a lot of jobs. It did. It automated a lot of tasks. But at the same time, it made everything more efficient, more economical, and did all that. Now, one thing that I was kind of curious about AI is in a vehicle. Let's say you're driving your vehicle and now you have a check engine light come on. Now, my thoughts, well, today what it is something triggers, if something's wrong in the engine, it triggers it, gives you the warning, and it's stored. So when you do get it towed to a dealership, or if you can still drive it, they go in, connect, there's a specific code telling them here's the fault, then they know how to troubleshoot it. But my curiosity is this: can AI fix the problem before you would even have to go to a dealership? So let's say in this same instance, let's just say that you have some kind of engine malfunction and you get a check engine light. Well, AI would look at the parameters, right, and notice, did we have that before? Was it falling on the edge of the parameters? and know how to adjust the engine to say, hey, this is normal, you don't need anything. Or perhaps it says, hey, I know I've got a problem, here's a way I can alleviate, and it tries a couple things, and it resets the check engine light. So you're driving along, maybe it clears itself because it adjusted the parameters that maybe was causing it. Maybe there was something with the ignition system needing, it wasn't advancing correctly or something. So it makes the adjustment, everything is fine. But let's say it doesn't. It tries a couple things and it says, yep, you're going to have to do it. It might limit your output or anything like something like that from the engine. But maybe what it would do is you would set up an appointment, or it would, maybe over air, it would set an appointment, and when you get the vehicle to the dealership or a shop, all they would have to do is pull the data, and it would say not just some code or something, oh, it's a camshaft sensor or something like that. It would say that oxygen sensor downstream is malfunctioning. It's part number such and such. Maybe it would already order it. So you pull the vehicle in, the technician goes out, he or she replaces that in 45 minutes time, and you're on your way. So it would have advantages. I think we look at it too negatively on what AI, the outcome is going to be, but and there is some concern about it overtaking everything and not being able to stop. I get that part of it. But perhaps it will improve a lot of things that require maintenance or that we've had trouble with. So that's just my take on AI. Glad to be back.